Notice what it says in chapter 1. In verses 18, I don't have time to read these verses, but 18 through 32, Paul states that those who have never heard the gospel, we would call them the pagan, the heathen, in times past. They've never heard the gospel, they're lost. Because if they were not lost, of course, we would be doing a great disservice to them by going out and sharing the gospel with them to make them accountable. Well, if we just left them alone, they'd all go to heaven. No, the Bible says here, they're lost. Then he says in chapter 2, the moral guy is lost. No matter how good you are, it's not good enough. Chapter 3, the religious man and women are lost without Christ. He says, we're all lost. All the rituals that you can do, all the things that you can do, all the many baptisms that you can practice, all the times that you can have all the rituals going on in the church, all the times you have the Lord's Supper. It doesn't matter unless you have a relationship. Religious people need Christ as well. Then he says in Romans 3:23, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. So we've missed this line of perfection. The Bible says in Romans 1:23, kind of sums it up. He says, and exchange the glory of the incorruptible God for an image from form of corruptible man and of birds and four-footed animals. He goes on to talk about idolatry. We have exchanged the glory of God, and that is to magnify Christ, to follow Him, to have a relationship with Him. We've exchanged that opportunity for a lie. And the lie is I can do it myself. I don't need God. I don't need to humble myself before God. The lie is that God is not enough. I've got to do something else. I've got to add something to my salvation. I have to add something to my Christian experience in order to get satisfied in life. It's the lie that I can run my own life. I can do what I want to do and go where I want to go. It's the lie that God's cheating you, that you need to go out and have some fun in life, because if you don't, life will be unhappy because God is holding things back from you and He's only trying to use you. It's all a lie of the devil. It's just when Satan comes to Eve and she says, oh, we can't eat of this tree of knowledge. He says, oh, you're not going to die that day, because God knows if you eat of this tree, you're going to be just like Him. Oh, well, I want to be the God of my own life, so I'm going to take it. And she gave to her husband, and he also ate for this pretty much the same reason. I want to be the God of my own life. I don't want to have to answer to God, who's trying to cheat me anyway out of a good time and out of running my own life. So we've exchanged the glory of God for a lie. What's happened here? What's happened? We were recently out on a lake. Obviously, I was not swimming in a lake in Florida. And all of us can understand why. I've never done that and never will. But we were in a lake where there were no gators, all right? And boy, it was just so soothing. And can you imagine, you're out on a lake, maybe in North Georgia or North Carolina, and it's just, man, the water's so cool. It's just cooling you off. It's just the perfect temperature, and you go for a swim, and you're a good swimmer, and you're just out swimming. You think, I can do this myself. I can get back to shore anytime I want. I haven't gone too far. I know my limitations. And you're going out, and it's early in the morning, and you turn around, and suddenly you realize you're in a fog, and you don't know which way to go. You just don't know. That's life for most people. They're going out, and maybe in their teenage years and their college years, or maybe they never realize they're in a fog, but most do. And most realize, I'm out here, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do in my life, I don't know how to get back into shore, my muscles are beginning to ache, I'm beginning to cramp up, I need some help. Then suddenly from the shore, a voice begins to call. It's the voice of your wife. And you begin to follow that voice all the way back to the dock. That's what the world is crying out for. That's what the world needs, a voice crying out to them, follow, come this way. Here's the dock of safety. Here's where we need to come. You and I need to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, because it is adopting the heart of God, but also the condition of lost man.